I now call this meeting of the Kansas State University Student Governing Association Student Senate to order. Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I want to begin our Student Senate meeting taking place on Thursday, February 5th, 2026 with the land acknowledgement. We recognize that Kansas State University, as the first land-grant institution, stands on the ancestral lands of the Kaw people. Our state of Kansas is home to 4 federally recognized Native nations: the Iowa, Kickapoo, Prairie Band Potawatomi, and Sac and Fox. We must remember that the land serving as the foundation for this institution was and still is stolen land acquired by white settlers. We pledge our commitment to creating decolonized spaces at the university while advocating for the support and future success of Indigenous faculty, staff, and students at K-State. Speaker Pro Tem Lee will now take it away with first roll call.
Welcome back. Alvarez. Barnes. Benson. Black. Biswell. Brown Logan. Brown Wyatt.
Here.
Carey.
Here.
Koch.
Here.
Dunn.
Here.
Dominguez.
Here.
Erickson. Freeman.
Here.
Gaston.
Here.
George.
Here.
Glasscock.
Here.
Gurushankar.
Here.
Halstead.
Here.
Heller.
Here.
Hernandez.
Here.
Holmes.
Here.
Holzmeister. Hoffman. Kramer.
Here.
Karina Rothna. Hoffman's here. Thank you. Kraus.
Here.
Jacobson.
Here.
Hassan Shakib. Landwehr. Lilly.
Here.
Mickey.
Here.
Mitchell.
Here.
Naughton.
Here.
Olingunju.
Here.
Otto.
Here.
Pena.
Here.
Perry. Phillips.
Here.
Palenco Castro. Potter. Pray. Rafferty.
Here.
Richburg.
Here.
Richenberg.
Here.
Rogers.
Here.
Rudd.
Here.
Scarborough.
Here.
Shellhaze.
Here.
Shirky.
Here.
Shastavari.
Here.
Solis.
Here.
Springer.
Here.
Sushanik.
Here.
Teo.
Here by proxy.
Till.
Here.
Trump.
Here by proxy.
Zacko. Okay, for proxies, I have Rogers for Zacko, Holzmeister for Jacobson, but you're here now. Perfect. And Freeman for Teo, and Hernandez for Benson. Am I missing anyone?
Do you have Glasscock for Erickson?
No. For who? Sorry. Erickson, okay. Yes, Alondra.
I'm here.
I got you, Emma. I got you. Yep, we're good. Okay, thank you.
Okay, just making sure. All right, we will now move into our first open period. So our first open period speaker this evening is Dr. Adam Walker. So please close your laptops, give him your full attention.
All right, we're on. Good. Thank you, guys. Appreciate the SGA for having me. Just want to give a brief update. I know you guys may cut me off. 10 minutes, right, is the time period. We may be able to go a little bit longer. You can move to extend, so we'll see how engaged and entertaining I am. So, but so great to be here tonight. As Evelyn said, Adam Walker, President and CEO of the Alumni Association. I just want to give you guys some updates. I decided the best way to do this would probably just to provide you updates I'm going to provide to my board here in 2 weeks. So I thought no better way to give you guys some inside scoop and updates about the association than provide what I'm providing to my board here in 2 weeks, and also talk about the building renovations, which we're really excited about. So with that, Anna, I want to talk about a few things. We launched a strategic plan last year to 30, and you can find that on our website, k-state.com/mission. And really, some key areas that we're focused on are hires, staff development, HR enhancements. Went through a HR review. We've hired several new staff, so working through staff developments. We actually had First Lady Sally Linton come and present to our staff yesterday on strengths finding. Fabulous. She did a great job. So if you guys are looking for some professional development opportunities, I would recommend First Lady Sally. She did a tremendous job. Fundraising success. We continue to have success fundraising for the building and for the association. I'll share a chart here shortly. Membership and engagement. We are growing strong in membership. We actually had an increase last year of 1,000 new members, and we are #1 in the Big 12 and top 10 nationally in terms of percent of grads who are members of the Alumni Association, and that includes Wildcats Forever and student memberships, which hopefully you all are. Building renovations, I'll touch on that. And then innovations and alumni engagement. We've got a new exciting AI tool for mentorship with students and alumni, so I'll go into that. And then upcoming challenges and opportunities for the association. Staff hires, development. Like I said, we've hired over 7 in the last 12 months, about 22% of our staff. We have 33 full-time employees. So there's an opportunity for professional development and culture enhancement. HR review, we did a full HR review this summer with one of our board members. She's an HR professional, and really talked about how we have a dedicated mission-driven staff, enjoy our organization benefits, and then like I talked about, professional development and updated policy reviews and defined roles. Fundraising success, this is a great chart to kind of show the progression that we've had at the Alumni Association since fiscal year 2018. You'll notice the last 2 years have been really strong, and that's due to a building campaign. You'll often see that in fundraising, is we really put an emphasis in the building renovations. $6 million for a facility, which we're proud that we've met. So this is actually year to date, so $7.8 million through the end of January of this fiscal year. So we're excited. It's already a record, and every year is a new record, which is great. Membership engagement, like I mentioned, really strong in membership. We remain strong and stabilized there. Signature events, talking to Andrew, we got another signature event tomorrow, Wichita Wine. We have about 5 different signature events. That's Wichita Wine, which is tomorrow, Kansas City Wabash, which is the last Friday in February. About 1,000 alumni will attend that in Kansas City. We have Colorado Wabash in the summer. And then we also have Boots and Barbecue, which is in Dallas. And then we added another event, Houston Crawfish Boil, which is also going to be in April. But we have other alumni events throughout the year as well. So DC, we'll have an event there. President Linton, myself, Dr. Stewart, Dr. Hans Cotier, and several others will be in DC. We'll have an alumni event. We'll also work with representatives and work on the Hill with legislators and senators. So we're excited about that. And then there's some other events as well. Cactus Cats, many others, maybe a social this fall in Boston, New York. So we continue to reach, connect, and serve, which is part of our mission. Building renovations, fundraised $6 million in over 18 months, so really strong affinity from alumni. Very proud of that. We were able to get that done. It's on time for a fall 2027 grand reopening, so hopefully many of you guys are able to join us. If not, we're going to welcome you back because we're really excited about that. That is actually the 25th anniversary of the building. And so when I was in school here, almost 25 years ago, believe it or not, the Alumni Center was being built. So April of 2002 is when it was completed. And so we'll have a grand reopening in 2027 with a grand renovation. But it's on time, actually under budget. And BWG stands for Building Work Group. That's a task force within our board, but has gone really well. We've contracted with the Anderson Knight Architects here in town, so AKA. We're also working with Dimensional Innovations out of Kansas City on some experiential context for the building as well. And then this is what I'm really excited to share with you all is innovations in alumni engagement. So this past summer, the Alumni Association received a $420,000 grant. And I just want to remind you, we are a separate private organization. You guys hopefully know that, but us, the foundation and athletics, are all separate from the university. We're completely separate. And so that was great for us to be able to receive this grant. So it's $420,000 over 2 years to do a couple things. And one of those primary drivers is going to be AI technology. So we're working with a company called Protopia. And we have a campus launch team with career services, faculty representatives, and others in arts and sciences, business, leadership studies, and some others. And basically what it's going to be is I'd love to demo it for you, but it's going to launch in April. And I'd love to come back if you'd have me and show you what this is going to look like. But it's very simple. It's not an app. It's not a place to go to. It's actually going to be an opportunity. It's just a website. It's very simple, simplistic. You go there, you click your name, email, and then basically you put in some context of when you graduate in your major, and you ask a question. So it's basically what we're thinking is going to be Ask a K-Stater. And you can ask it anything. You can say, I'm looking for a finance internship in Chicago in the summer of 27. And it'll literally go to our database, 365,000 alums and friends, and find the 25 best people to answer that question, likely in Chicago. But you can ask it anywhere. You say, I'm moving to Dallas. I'm interested in where I should be living. And so it'll connect you automatically with our database and be able to answer those questions. So it'll go to the first cohort, and if they're not able to answer it in a couple days, it'll go to the next, and so forth. And so I'm really excited about that because it's easy, it's anonymous. You guys can ask it anything you want, anything about, hey, I'm interested in this major, I'm thinking about switching majors, can anybody help me who's had a major in this and a major in that? And it'll literally go out to our database and ask alums. They'll get an email, so they don't have to sign up, they don't have to download an app. They can answer your question in the email, and you'll get a response. So we're really excited about that. Like I said, it's going to launch in April, but really the full-on task force, really the implementation will be in the fall as well. So we're excited about that and what's that going to be able to do for alumni and students. And then just some upcoming challenges, opportunities for us. Obviously investments, financial, we're always looking at costs. How can we increase revenue, engagement? So those are just some, I won't go too in-depth on those, but that's really some opportunities and challenges that we have at the association. So before I move on to the building, any questions right away? I'll leave some time at the end as well. If not, I'll go into building renovation. So, and if you could switch over, please. I didn't take time to put them into two different. Thank you. And just kind of scroll down to the first rendering here. Okay. Sorry. It would have been easier if I would have combined them. But this is just going to be a great glimpse into what the facility is going to look like. Lighter, brighter. You think about there's some context and colors. Keep scrolling down. There you go. There's the front entrance. So lighter, brighter, more engaging. Power cat pendants. Yep, keep going. Kind of right now it's very dark, a little dingy. That's the great room. And you can see there, this is a great example, and just stop real quick. So this is the great room that we have towards the north area of the Memorial Stadium where the band practices, and that's going to be able to be open. So an open terrace, really awesome opportunity. You think about the falls, maybe spring, some great opportunity for engaging alumni and students in that space. Some other pictures, ballroom, we can kind of zoom through the ballroom. This is our bar area, which is going to be great. We're going to enhance bar and social space. We're going to add a patio there to the east side. And then if you stop here for a second, this is what I'm also excited about. So this is going to be a hospitality station for alums and students. And this is a great opportunity for you guys to get you guys over there. Free hot chocolate, coffee. And so this is another way we can engage not only with our alumni, but with students. So we want students to come by and engage in this is great as well. Bathrooms, always great to have updated bathrooms. And then the other piece too is going to be experiential. Is we're going to have some storytelling, some digital storytelling, not just memorabilia and static pieces, but pieces that you experience K-State. So there'll be a lot of touch screens and digital images throughout the building. So the history of K-State, if you've never been to K-State, or if you want to show a friend or someone else what it's like to be a K-Stater, talk about history, logos, tradition, land grant mission, prominent alumni. We're going to have through the decades, which is going to be pretty neat. So you can see what it was like to be a student here at K-State in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and beyond. And then also a photo wall. So I think that's something neat as well, is that you guys will have an opportunity to look at that. So,
Senator Brown.
Move to extend speakers' time by 4 minutes. Second. 2 minutes? Yeah. Okay. Or suspend the rules by 4. I'll suspend the rules by 4. I'll move to do that.
Okay, can you remake your motion?
Okay, I move to suspend the rules and extend the speaker's time by 4 minutes.
Second. Okay. Speaker's time is extended.
Excellent. Thank you all. I appreciate it. But there's also going to be a photo wall. So an opportunity for you guys to come in. There'll be digital backgrounds. You guys can select from anything from Anderson Hall to Bill Snyder Family Stadium, Bramlage, Aggieville, Manhattan Hill, and that's free. So opportunities for graduation, right, with students and friends, mom, dad, prospective students. It's going to be a great opportunity to bring those in. So it's all part of our mission to reach, connect, and serve K-Staters. So we're really excited about the building and all the opportunities it will present to you guys. So hopefully you guys have an opportunity to use it while you're students. If not, definitely come back as alumni. But we're really excited about this project and where it's headed. So with that, I will wrap up for any questions.
Questions? Chair Suchanek.
Are there any plans in the work to kind of expand summer programming that connects with students who are off on internships across the country? It would have been really cool to get to go to a couple social hours doing internships throughout my time here at K-State when I was in other cities.
So good questions. Can you give me an example of like maybe city?
DC,
Okay.
Denver.
So we have social events throughout the year, and it's because of staff and logistics and timing, and not always able to do social events in every city in the summer. But I will tell you, however, we have clubs, organizations, and club leaders throughout the country, and that's a great opportunity. So whether we're not able to be there as association reps, we do have club leaders and alumni clubs in about 60 different cities throughout the country. And so that's another great example of having you plug in with our app or go to website, and it's k-state.com/clubs. And you can find clubs, and they do oftentimes a lot of social hours and whatnot in these cities, and definitely watch parties for sure. So great question.
Chair Black.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a fun one here, but what, in your opinion, is the biggest selling point of K-State?
Oh, just K-State in general? I would just, I mean, it's cliche, but the people, the campus. I just love my time here and interacting with K-Staters. Just some of the best experiences, right? Being someone who's from Kansas, coming to K-State, thought I had two brothers at K-State, thought I knew a lot about K-State, but just having the experiences. I was on the track team, so I was able to meet with students from all over the world. It's just such a great experience for me, and so lifelong friends, and just the experience you guys have today. It's a time outside the classroom that I just enjoyed and loved, and hopefully, like, we can be that extension, right? So you guys have that here with SGA and other student organizations. We can also provide that community as well at the Alumni Center.
Follow up? What events in track?
Great question. Hammer and discus, and weight throw indoors. Yep. Still top 10, Derek.
Senator Dominguez.
So I have a question. You talked about, like, in the first slide about, like, reaching out to, like, alumni and, like, this data portal. What is it called?
You're talking about
like
that AI technology portal?
Yeah.
Great question.
A thing right now?
So that is what we're working on right now, is that interactive AI technology. We haven't landed on anything. We talked about Wildcat Connect, but we thought that'd be too confusing with Wildcat Link. So we're thinking either Ask a Wildcat or Ask a K-Stater. So if you guys have any suggestions, I'm open to it. But that's kind of what we're thinking, because it's kind of self-explanatory. Get on there, ask a K-Stater, and it could be any K-Stater. It could be a friend, could be alum, fellow student, whomever.
Follow-up?
Granted.
So how does that differentiate, I cannot say that word, between the two websites?
Yeah, great question. So Wildcat Link is on People Grove, which is really kind of a peer-to-peer mentoring. This is meant to be ask and answer and easy access. And so what we believe is this will be an entry point and allow students to connect easier with mentors and then drive them to People Grove or other ways. So you may have, for instance, connect with somebody, and then we may be able to, through Career Services and Alumni Association, get that person on board with People Grove. Like, hey, this was great. Are there other ways I can get involved and mentor students? Absolutely. So it's going to be very complementary, and actually that's why we have teams that we do on campus. We want to make sure it's complementary and doesn't conflict with People Grove or Wildcat Link. Great question.
Further questions for Dr. Walker? All right.
All right, thank you all. Go Cats.
Let's give him a round of applause. Okay. Are there any further first open period speakers? All right, seeing none, we will go ahead and move into the approval of the minutes. The minutes were sent out on Tuesday along with the agenda and legislation tracking information. Is there a motion to approve the minutes unanimously? Senator Rudd.
I move to approve the minutes unanimously.
Second.
Okay, the minutes stand approved. All right. For announcements this evening, I know we have some new faces in the room, so I will just reiterate that Andrew and I both have office hours over in the SPY office, which is catty corner from the Radinas. My office hours will be on Fridays from 1 to 2 p.m., and then the pro tem office hours will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 1. With SGA elections coming up, now is the time to step up or encourage somebody who should. The deadline to file for Student Senate positions, Collegiate Median Student Group Advisory Committee, is Tuesday, February 17th, 2026 at midnight. Voting will take place on Tuesday, February 24th through Wednesday, February 25th. So please consider running, and then the link to get more involved or to file to run is linked there in the agenda. And don't miss the chance to celebrate this year's wins, the people who made them happen, and a night of great food and even better company. RSVP in the agenda for the annual SGA banquet or in the email that Haley just sent out. So, and finally, she's not here, but we are recognizing April Teo for jumping in headfirst and getting involved in Student Senate. Her willingness to ask questions, contribute to discussions, and show up ready to work has not gone unnoticed. We are lucky to have her energy and initiative on the Senate floor. And finally, I included a quote this week from Andy Reid because I am mourning the fact that the Chiefs are not in the Super Bowl this year. But it says, leadership is not about being in charge. It is about taking care of those in your charge. Okay, now we will move into approval of appointments. Is there a motion to consider Resolution 252643? Senator Otto.
I move to consider Resolution 43.
Second.
Okay, I think I'm the author, so I'll come forward. Okay. Resolution 252643, approval of KSU Salina College of Technology and Aviation SGA Senator. Author Evelyn Ediger, sponsors Andrew Lee. Whereas it is necessary to appoint a Salina College of Technology and Aviation representative to the Student Senate, and whereas Logan Brown has been appointed by the Salina Student Senate to serve in this capacity. Be it resolved that the following individual be approved as a representative for the KSU Salina College of Technology and Aviation to the Student Senate, Logan Brown. Are there any questions or corrections? Seeing none, is there a motion to approve Resolution 43 unanimously? Chair Lilly.
I move to approve Resolution 43 unanimously. Second.
Okay, resolution stands approved. Logan, will you please come to the front and we'll get you sworn in? Oh, round of applause. Okay, you can stand right here. Sorry, but I will go ahead and read the oath of office, and then if you'll just hold up your right hand and say, I will, when I'm done. Okay? Ready? You can hold up your right hand. There you go. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of Student Senator and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Kansas State University Student Governing Association.
I will.
Yay! So I will have you, I know, sorry, it's a little bit scary, but you get to introduce yourself to all these lovely people. So we're going to have you do name, major, hometown, and favorite smell. It's like a Senate thing.
Oh, hello. My name is Logan Brown, and I am a student at the Kansas State University Salina campus. I'm majoring in aviation maintenance. I am from a town called Tomball, Texas. Most people don't know where that is, so it's just northwest Houston, Texas area. And my favorite smell. Ooh, that's a difficult one. I would have to say the smell of engine oil or gasoline.
Is there a motion to consider Resolution 252644? Senator Biswell.
I move to consider resolution 252644.
Second.
All right, Resolution 252644, approval of new student senator. Author Evelyn Ediger, sponsors Andrew Lee. Whereas there is currently one vacancy for the position of student senator for the College of Business Administration, and whereas Cooper Ohm has the next highest vote totals of eligible and willing candidates in the 2025 Student Governing Association general election for the College of Business Administration. Be it resolved that the following I'm sorry, that's a correction. Be approved as a student senator. Sorry, I actually have to get that one too. For the College of Business Administration. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Don't even have to ask for corrections. Cooper Ohm. All right. So, Chair Lilly.
It says vote totals eligible and willing candidates.
Okay. Can we get that one?
Sorry.
All right. Anything else that I just missed?
Good job.
Thank you. Okay. Is there a motion to approve Resolution 44 unanimously? Senator Freeman.
To approve resolution 44 unanimously.
Second.
The resolution stands approved. Cooper, will you please come forward? Okay, you know the drill. Just stand there, raise your right hand, say I will when I'm done. All right. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of student senator and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Kansas State University Student Governing Association. Wonderful. Okay. Round of applause. Okay, so we're going to have you do name, major, hometown, favorite smell.
Yeah, I'm Cooper Ohm from Overland Park, Kansas. Study finance and probably just fresh coffee.
We will now move into our committee reports. Are there any committee chairs that would like to give a report tonight? Chair Suchanek.
I have a small report, I guess a little bit of a soapbox. I think a lot of you in this room already love SGA and are really committed to it, but I just wanted to give a gentle reminder that the term's gonna be ending soon and it's time to start thinking about what positions you might wanna have next year and time to start having those conversations with the people who are currently chairs now and collecting all the advice and wisdom you can to be able to step into those leadership positions next year, because it's super exciting. SGA has taught me more about how to be an adult and how to be myself than anything else that I've done in the college experience. And I really hope it can be that for all of you too. So I think the door is open for all of the current chairs, anyone in current leadership in any of the branches. Email any of us, reach out to us, we can get coffee, we can talk about stuff. Make a goal of what you really want to accomplish out of your SGA career and take actionable steps to accomplish it. And if you don't know what those goals are yet, that's cool. I'm sure everyone sitting up here would love to help you figure out how to do these steps. For example, I always really knew that I wanted to be the student services fee chair. That was my goal from day one when I got here. And I immediately started talking to people about how to get more involved. I ran for pro tem, knowing that that would get me a lot of experience and connections that I needed to become tech chair. Then I served as tech chair for a year, knowing that that would get me the experience that I needed to finally accomplish the thing that I wanted, which was student services fee chair. So there's just there's pathways, there's things you can do to get experience, get involved with, and I just want everyone to know that those doors are open should you choose to walk through them, and we're all here to help and support you.
All right, are there any other committee chairs that would like to give a report tonight? Are there any directors that would like to give a report? Director Carton.
Okay, good evening. I will try to make this as quick as I can. Poor cabinet already had to deal with me talking about this. For those who don't know, I'm Benji Carton. I am our Director of Sustainability in President Kappelman's cabinet. And of course, as Chair I can't ever pronounce your name, I'm sorry, Sushanik had mentioned, if you're interested in running in a position, especially in cabinet, or if you want to stay in Senate, that's fine. I am happy to be a source of help. But I want to start off with a silly little joke. How many of you think I've actually done something in my position? Okay, at least you're being honest. I respect that. Thank you. So I just think it's fun to start that off. So be prepared. Starting off, pollinator patches. We are moving forward with that on choosing locations. I'm working with the facilities landscaping and working mostly with our student chapter of American Society of Landscape Architects students. I got it right for the second time today. And working on a pilot program to implement them across campus. Right now we have identified about 15 to 20 locations that could be worked into in the future. Right now we are trying to find a location that will be perfect for the pilot. I am currently working on agreements on how to maintain it, how to pay for it, plus working with possible SGA funding to promote these pollinator patches, of course, to help support our biodiversity on campus. Second topic is sunflowers. I know I talked about this last semester. I have been informed that facilities is in handling of sunflowers, and we are now in the process of choosing a location. If you have ideas of where we would like to put sunflowers on campus, and also FYI, these are the 4 to 5 foot ones. We are not allowed to have the really tall ones. The purpose that was shared with me, because they don't look intentional. That's not me, I apologize. So if you have ideas for that, please reach out to me. I'm happy to work with you, and we'll figure out what we can best do for that. Next, the fairy tree, or the tree that's just between ECS, English Counseling Services, and Hale Library. Update on that, we do have a designer right now. The tree is going, that's planned, to be carved into the 1953 Willie the Wildcat. In a 3D model. We're still working on that. We have partnered with the Sunderland Foundation Innovation Lab to 3D print a model to give to the artist to carve it. Plus, we will be keeping the fairy tree aspect at the bottom. Now, in the instance that that tree does have to come down in its full shape, it has been verbally agreed upon, hopefully a signature here soon, that if it does have to get cut down, it will get turned into pollinator homes spread across campus to keep the life of the tree. Next, green roof initiatives, specifically on our Memorial Stadium. I started off wanting to help refurbish it, restart it, all that fun stuff. I did have to pivot, like friends say, pivot, and working on that. Glad that got some laughs. So right now, what we had to end up doing is actually connecting with a student in the graduate program for landscape architecture. And she's actually connecting with our university architects to promote her research through SGA, kind of helping elevate her. And the research that she's done actually for the past like 2.5 years. So we're currently working on that. That also translates into our Earth Day tabling that will be coming up. I don't remember the exact date, but working with the students for environmental action. SJ is going to be there. I'm setting up a plan right now. Plus that student's actually going to be there to promote her work to show that SGA is here to support students. Next, Day of Service is coming up. Partnered with Facilities Landscaping right now. We are working on April 11th. However, we have still yet to identify certain aspects of it. If you're interested in wanting volunteer hours, wanting to branch out, please contact me. I will get you in contact and we can get things rolling on that. Next,
Director's time has expired.
Senator Freeman.
You can. There's a couple things, sorry.
2 minutes. Okay, restate your motion.
I move to extend the speaker's time by 2 minutes. Second.
I will run through this. Micromobility, we're looking right now and working with parking services to include more research into micromobility and what it actually stands for here at K-State. Skateboards, scooters, bicycles, plus working towards later on getting seated scooters from VO and electric bikes coming to campus. That is probably another 5 to 7 years in the future, but working on that. Plus something that you'll see here in the upcoming weeks, I am redefining my role as Director of Sustainability. Right now, there's literally only 2 bullet points on that. So I'm expanding it to promote what sustainability can do here at K-State. Certain things that I've been in contact with but haven't been really helping with. Right now, if you haven't seen the newspaper, we are getting rid of all of our ash trees on campus. That is because of, unfortunately, a virus going around for those species. But once they are removed, we're hoping to replant all those ash trees within 10 years. RFPs. The RFP that was passed by Student Senate last year unfortunately had to go through a quick change. It won't exactly be in the quad anymore, and the design of it has changed a little bit, but is still working with the original designer. Plus, I've been shared with, on top of this RFP, there are roughly 10 to 15 other student projects that have been in the work for about 10 years. For instance, one of them is actually a steel gazebo somewhere on campus. So, MLK Gardens, we're still working on that. Campus updates, Ahern, if you guys haven't checked with campus planning, that will become a community event space, and the creek also will be renovated. Plus, if you haven't noticed, the International Student Center has fully come down. That was sat just west of Derby. One last thing, and hopefully I can get done in time. Or 2 things, hopefully. One thing for future senators and few people in SGA, there is an idea to partner with facilities on a fundraiser of bringing sheep, goats, horses, and cows back to Anderson Lawn to graze it, to bring back historical sustainability, because that is actually what used to happen.
Director's time has expired.
Is there a motion to extend the director's time? Senator Mitchell.
I move to suspend the rules and extend the director's time by 4 minutes.
The speaker's time is extended.
Okay, thank you. You didn't have to do that far. Okay, but yes, one of the things that I've been working on is campus resilience, plus doing a lot of research on campus. So this would just be something to allow facilities to work with students. Plus, we all would love to see some cute goats and sheep and cows and all of that fun stuff. So I also wanted to bring up another thing that's been hot on our heads and hot on our minds, parking. Yay! So y'all are gonna hate me, and I know this already. I'm here to help try to advocate for parking. Y'all can hate me, it's okay. So the biggest example that I can give is, as college students, we are fighting affordability issues. Am I correct on that? General nods, kind of so. Trying to pay tuition, trying to pay for food. Heck, I'm in negative $15 in my account. Let's go. So that happens. Just being honest on that. So there's a lot of pushback of why we're wanting to raise rates for parking. I get it. It's not what we want to do. I could say a lot more colorful language, but we're live. But for instance, I do want to share just how much parking services is also fighting with affordability. You may not think so. I get that. But right now, they're still paying $1.1 million a year for that parking garage. They still have another 15 to 20 years to pay that off in full. And with us wanting to try to build a new parking garage, yes, it would solve a lot of our issues. However, with safety concerns, with planning for traffic, planning for safety, especially like a fire suppression system, we're looking at $50 million to $100 million for a brand new parking garage. So right now, parking services, I'm not in parking services, is fighting that affordability issue, just trying to make sure that we actually have the best possible ways for us parking at K-State. I know the tickets, because I think we've all seen on social media, of parking services being really good at their jobs. They're doing their best to help support students. It's going to hurt, and I know it is, and I'm sorry, because I also walk to campus, so I don't drive. But that's just kind of something that I've been helping on. Last but not least, y'all have been great so far. On a show of hands, who here likes the native grasses that are planted around campus? Would you say 90% roughly? Okay. Okay. How much time do I have, if I can ask that? Okay. Reason I ask is because it has been brought to my attention, facilities is having a hard time of maintaining those grasses. And until students can actually help support taking care of those grasses and supporting Gesundheit, dealing with the maintenance of them, some of the native grasses might start disappearing on campus. It's not what we want, but due to the lack of funding that they have, plus the amount of workers that they're capable of, don't have the proper time to take care of them. Thank you all so much for listening. I know that was a lot of information. I am now happy to take questions if need.
Absolutely. Chair Suchanek.
If they're native grasses, why do they need maintenance?
That is a great question. How do I say this nicely? And not towards you. We've had this issue when I used to work on facilities. I don't work in there anymore. When things aren't green, people hate it. And immediately want it cut down. Henceforth, why we have a lot of dead space around campus, because if it looks dead, we don't want it. And that's a lot of the issues that we're having with those grasses is, plus we do have to actually maintain them. We do have to cut them down just so they keep healthy. Plus on a public campus, we cannot burn it. So it is not healthy. Trust me, I was like, hey, why can't we just take gasoline or a match to it and just, and they're like, no. So it is kind of a pain in the rump, but that is kind of what we have to do just because. That's why we're still fighting on issues like with the pollinator patches and sunflowers, plus looking intentional. I hope that answered it. I'm sorry.
Further questions for the director? All right, very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
All right, any other directors? Sorry. Elections Commissioner Stanton.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. My name is Gracie Joe, and I am the Elections Commissioner, and so here's your elections update. We currently have 37 students filed for elections, not including presidential candidates. The SGA candidate website has been updated, so please feel free to go take a look and get familiar with who's running. Wildcat radio station has confirmed that they will be covering the presidential debate and are interested in interviewing candidates, posting on social media, and taking photos. I'll be connecting them with candidates directly. The date for the SGA presidential debate is it's Thursday, February 19th from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. in the Union Courtyard. The first 30 minutes of the debate will be a candidate social. Anyone who has filed to run is welcome to attend, meet other people, and connect informally before the debate begins. We're also working on getting snacks and drinks there to make it a welcoming space for everyone. And with that being said, the SGA questionnaire form for submitting debate questions will go live later, so please be on the lookout for that and submit any questions you'd like candidates to address. For election trainings, they are currently listed on the SGA elections website, and to clear up any confusion, there is not going to be a training session at Senate or after Senate. There are 2 official upcoming sessions, and they are next Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. via Zoom. So all you have to do is just go to the SGA elections website and just click on that Zoom link. And then there's an in-person one Wednesday, February 18th in Hale Library, room 107. And all of that information can again be found on the SGA elections website. All candidates are required to complete 1 training session. If neither of those times work, please reach out to me. And then finally, the elections results plan. The plan is to release the elections on the website at 6 p.m. on Thursday, February 26th, with additional announcements on social media and through Wildcat radio station. This is the official and final plan, and historically, results have always been released at 6 p.m., and I believe in following precedent. And campaign parties are great for advertising for SGA, and it's really exciting seeing students showing up for SGA-related events and seeing kind of all their hard work be put together. And so if you have any questions, comments, or ideas, please feel free to reach out.
All right, questions. Chair Lilly.
I have a point of information. It has historically been that way, but it was amended amended last year specifically so that it didn't mess with Senate.
Can you send me
It is
that?
up to you to release them whenever you want those. So.
Okay, considering it's up to me to release them whenever I want, they will be released at 6 p.m. on Thursday, February 26th on the website and social media, and also Wildcat Radio Station.
Further questions for the director? Senator Rudd, do you have a question? Okay. All right. Chair Black.
Can you give us a breakdown of how many people have filed by college?
Yeah. Let me go find that real quick. I should have had that prepared. Sorry.
Or Grace, you could just email it to everyone after the fact.
You know, it's really not that important. So.
All right, great. Are there further questions? You can just email it if you would like.
Is that actually allowed? Can I do that?
You're the election.
Do whatever you want, Gracie.
Okay.
It's America.
Senator Freeman.
There's different on like the website. It says Arts and Sci has 12 seats, and when you go to file, it says Arts and Sci has 10 positions. So I was just wondering if there's.
Yeah, that's actually a great question. That did prompt a reminder for me. So the reapportionment numbers, those will get updated. I actually have to email the registrar for them, and those numbers come out on the 20th day of the spring semester. So I will contact them February 17th to get the appropriate numbers. But until then, yeah, I'm sorry for that discrepancy, but that's void, so.
Further questions? All right. Thank you very much, Gracie Jo. Are there further directors that would like to give a report? Director Cappy Hoding. Sorry.
Hello, everyone. If we haven't met, I'm Cappy. I'm the communications director. On the note of elections, in just a second, I'm going to send an email to everyone with an email draft in it. Within that draft, there's a flyer for faculty and staff about SGA elections, and then a package of flyers that they can disperse to their students about elections. So if you're close with any faculty or staff or deans of any colleges, if you could please send that to them, that would be great. We're really trying to increase the amount of people filing and voting, and this email contains all of that information. And if you have questions, just let me know. Thank you.
Questions? All right, thank you very much. Are there further directors that Speaker Pro Tem Lee?
Hello. Welcome back. So excited to see everyone's faces for the new year. I just wanted to give a brief update. So the caucus leaders met 2 weeks ago, something like that. And we met with Casey Lauer and Adrian Tucker, Director of Parking Services here at K-State. We had a really great meeting. Just wanted to guys give you a quick update on how that went. I know some folks in here made their way there. But it was a really good discussion talking about some of the parking initiatives that have been on people's minds recently, especially with the new campus master plan, what's all the lots that are going to go away, and kind of the new potential options. So I think the gist of it was that they're all taking really proactive measures to try to reduce the future loss of parking spots on campus, because I think that's, as you guys know, inevitable that we will lose spots because we're building new things. And there's a volume issue as well currently. So continue to be in the loop. If you have any questions more specifically about the meeting, I'd be happy to talk to you one-on-one after, share with you the minutes. There's a recording of the meeting, so feel free to ask me for that as well. But I think that's pretty much it.
Questions for Pro Tem Lee? All right, great. Don't forget your pleasure. Okay, we will now move into approval of allocations. Is there a motion to approve Bill 252651, which is an allocation to the American Institute of Chemical Engineers? That was referred favorably from SAC. Is there a motion to consider or to approve that bill? Senator Rudd.
I move to approve Bill 51 unanimously.
Second.
Okay. Bill 51 stands approved. All right. Is there a motion to approve Bill 252655? Okay. Chair Black?
So moved. Unanimously.
Second.
Okay. Oh, yes, Philip.
This is out of order. We either approve all allocations or we do not.
In the governing docs, it says legislation may be approved with a single motion, not that it shall be.
Okay, I have a motion.
Senator Shirkey.
I move to approve the allocations.
Okay, there is an objection on the floor, so now debate is in order for the motion, for the allocations. Senator Holzmeister, you can come forward. Senator Shirkey.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So we typically will approve allocations in bulk when it is quite clear that our committee has reached a firm decision on the all allocations at issue. We do this for a couple of reasons.
Philip, I understand that we do this in bulk normally, but if there's an objection in order, then we can debate on the allocations.
I'm sorry. I thought I was recognized for a debate. Someone objected to it, and I'm unsure of the process.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you were debating him. Never mind. Continue.
Can you clarify at what stage of the parliamentary procedure we're at right now?
Yes, we're in debate. Continue.
Okay. Sorry. Madam Speaker, do I have rights to debate?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Sorry about that. I'll begin again. Typically, the Senate will make a motion to approve all allocations when we believe that the committees, in their judgment, have made not only a reasonable decision, but a relatively non-controversial decision, right? And we can measure that in a couple of ways. Obviously, we measure that by floor debate, but we also measure that by our discussions in the committee process, right? We can see and we know, because most of us were all here yet last week, we know that some of the allocations in front of us are not without questions and not without controversy, right? And these were brought up, and our committees made reasonable steps to answer the questions posed to them by the Senate. And you can see by the vote totals on those allocations that the committee did answer those in a reasonable manner. Now, some of you might think, well, hey, I would really like to, put in that time and effort into the allocations up for this week. But the fact of the matter is that there's a reason we don't do that every single week. There's a reason that we typically defer to our committees. They're the subject matter experts. They heard the actual presenters, right? They have access to budgetary documents. They have information the Senate lacks, and their decision can be more informed than that of the entire body in a lot of cases. I believe this is one of those cases, hence the motion to approve all allocations.
Chair Lilly.
I have to debate. I'm waiting.
Chair Black.
Oh, wait.
It was. Okay.
While I am in favor of approving all of these allocations, I think we all know that we want to discuss one of them in particular, and why not just move through them one at a time and not drag down the rest of them?
Seeing as that was debate in the negative, is there further debate in the positive? Is there further debate in the negative, Chair Lilly?
I'm usually on the side of the previous speaker because the previous speaker is usually on the side of more information is better. That is not the case this time, so I think we should probably go through and consider them individually so that we can make better decisions.
Is there further debate in the positive on this motion? Is there further debate in the negative? Is there any debate at all? Okay, so wait. Okay, all in favor of moving into considering the allocations individually, please raise your placards now. Sorry.
Approving them all together.
Yeah.
Oh, approving them all together. All opposed, same sign. Okay, motion passes. Sorry, guys. All right, we will now consider the allocations individually. So we are on Bill 252656, which is the student allocation to African Student Union, and that was referred favorably from the Community Engagement Committee 11 to 1 to 0. Senator Holzmeister.
I move to amend Bill 252656.
Not yet.
Oh.
You have to move to consider it final action.
Oh, sorry.
And then
I move to consider it in final action.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, so now we will move into debate on whether to move this bill into final action.
I don't know if it's
So that's not a debatable motion to move into final action?
Does anyone want to debate it? It looks like it's not debatable.
Okay, we will just go ahead and move this bill into final action. Senator Holzmeister, you have first rights. No, I'm sorry, it's author. Oh, okay, never mind. Hold on. Okay. Is there a motion to, or no, I'm sorry. Okay, next up we have Bill 252657, which is a student allocation to the Muslim Student Association. Is there a motion to approve Bill 57? Chair Alvarez.
I move to approve Bill 57
Unanimously. Okay, Bill 57 stands approved. All right, now we will move into final action. First up, we have, well, actually, is there a motion to consider Bill 252655? Senator Bill Biswell.
I move to consider Bill 252625.
Okay. I was just considering them out of order. We're in final action. Wait, I'm sorry. Ugh. Will the author of Bill 252655 please come forward for final action? Yes.
Or 56.
Ugh.
All good.
I'm flustered.
No, you're fine. I'm the author for both, so it doesn't matter.
Wait, no, it's not 55, it's 56.
56. Am I good?
Yeah, you're good to go.
I didn't know if I had to talk about anything, changes.
Well, you have first rights to debate, yeah. Any changes made in committee?
No changes. All right. I don't even know what to say right now. I just wanted to reiterate that the committee deliberated very, very hard on this. Last week we had a lot of questions. We worked on those questions. We tried to consider maybe changing the amount, potentially limiting the amount of money that the student organization would be receiving. And that was a really difficult conversation to have, and it breaks my heart that we had to have it. But I think it's very important to stand up here and just say that I'm very proud of a committee that was able to look at the application again, to reconsider the presentation, to deliberate for almost an hour on this allocation, and to come up with the same number and say, like, no, I want you to come up and defend the decision that the committee made, because this is a decision we were proud of making. This is a decision that we all stand behind, and this is the proper, like, the number that we all decided was good for this kind of event. This event is huge. It has, I think, closer to 600 people is what the presentation or presenters presented that day. They are doing so much for student organizations, but also for all of the population of students here at K-State. It is free for all students to attend. If you do a little bit of math, it's, I think, $40 per student that's attending, which is insanely low considering the amount of effort that these organizations are putting in and the amount of time that they're dedicating to creating an event that is worth all of the money that we're giving it. Because these are events that continue to create educational spaces and motivation for students to continue to attend these organizations and to continue to engage with the student body. And so without events like these, we're letting go of the opportunities that we can do and the chances that we can take to give organizations a chance to create fun, engaging events that can reach a multitude of people. And I think this is something we should all consider. Thank you.
Seeing as that was debate in the positive, is there further debate in the negative? Is there any debate in the positive? Is there any further debate in the negative?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Philip. Chair Shirky. Can you clarify if this is positive or negative?
I can clarify that it is not me debating. It is Senator Salas, who used the chat instead of the raised hand to ask to speak. So Senator Salas has a debate.
Senator Salas, can you clarify if you're positive or negative?
Oh, it's positive. So sorry.
Okay, you can continue.
Okay, thank you. I just want to say that I think that this is something that actively gives back to minority communities, and especially with stuff that's been going on in the community the past couple of days and weeks. I think that this is something that we should show our support behind. And I think that this is something that is going to bring people together and show what K-State family values are for. Thank you.
Seeing as that was debate in the positive, is there any debate in the negative? Senator Holzmeister.
Is this for negative or
Oh, this is just for negative.
Okay, yes.
Well, I made my amendment.
Well, you can.
Yeah, you just said
First,
I
this
have
is debate in the negative.
Oh, okay, yeah, I have an amendment.
Okay. So you have to make a motion.
Oh, okay. I have an amendment. I'd like to motion to amend. Second. Thank you.
Okay.
Do I go up there?
Yeah, you can come forward and explain your amendment. Anna, do you have it?
Hello. Okay, tonight I'm up here ultimately just because I have some key concerns and just some questions.
Please just read the amendment right now. You can get into debate in just a minute.
I don't amend anything usually, so. Okay, this event has, pretty much all I'm doing with this amendment is cutting out what I think is some of the unnecessary costs. So we're reducing the amount down to $15,000, which I think is better than the $24,000 that was originally there. That was a lot of money. And so ultimately, that's ultimately the reason why, because I still want them to get money. And yeah. Is that it? Oh, questions. Sorry, questions, yes.
Senator Carey.
What makes you have enough authority and thought to revoke these specific prices and elements?
Let's rephrase the question, actually.
Because I am a
Hang
student.
on, actually, Matt, before you answer the question, go ahead and rephrase.
What did you think was unnecessary, and why do you think it's unnecessary?
Okay.
Thank you. I thought, well, ultimately the reason why I thought it was unnecessary was the crux of my argument comes down to, where does the line become between an educational event and a social event? And I argue that this event ultimately crosses that line and becomes a social event when they have $3,500 that are going towards MC, and when they have $3,000 that is going towards a DJ, and then an additional $2,000 going towards decorations, etc. So I think those things are ultimately wants, not needs. And so therefore they should be, I think they should be funded by the organization and not by student governing association, whereas we should be funding the cultural needs, the cultural education, not necessarily the wants.
Just a quick follow-up. I would like to apologize for my wording.
Oh no, that's okay. I hope I wasn't too harsh back.
No, you're okay.
Chair Shirky?
Would the author consider a friendly amendment to change line 34, section 1, the number from 15,000 to 15,300?
Yeah, that'd be friendly. I wrote this really fast. I was like trying to get it in.
I believe it.
So I was speeding. I was speeding through.
Okay, further questions regarding the amendment?
But also going back to that question, I did attend the committee meeting on Monday, and so I was able to listen to the committee's discussion, hear their opinions, and make my own judgments.
Senator Springer?
That's a point of information. How many should they allocate last year for this event? Do you know?
Will the chair answer? Go ahead.
I think it's 21,000. 21,000.
Chair Lilly?
It was $19,700. I saw the signature. I swear to God.
Okay.
It was around 19,000.
And
I know. I know.
I could pull up my
Joseph is correct.
spreadsheet from last year.
Okay, further questions regarding the amendment, Senator Brown?
Yeah, so with funding, you typically kind of have like a price tag attached to different things. To me, these seem kind of arbitrary. Can you further explain your line items decreases?
I did attach an image. So ultimately, what I did here was. Thank you. Perfect. I'm glad that worked. Pretty much, essentially, I struck number 1, number 2, and number 6, and number 7. And so we are paying then for number 3, number 4, number 5 is what is in the bill, the amendment.
Alvarez?
I forgot my placard, but point of information, the committee did strike the miscellaneous expenses before the original allocation. So the number that you're seeing here that he is amending already has the miscellaneous excluded from it, so you would just be doubling down.
Yes, correct. So essentially, my amendment is only lines 3, 4, and 5.
You're on the key. 3.5.
No, that's what I kept in.
Thank you.
Okay, further questions or clarification on the amendment? Would somebody like to yield their speaking rights to our guest in the back?
He's the president of the organization.
Okay, go ahead. Do you have a question about it, or?
We're not in debate yet. You're still answering questions.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Paul.
He's in questioning, so you can't give a speech yet.
Okay.
Just a second.
Just, yeah.
Sorry.
Questions.
Okay, sure.
You're doing great.
Sorry about that. You're doing great. Okay. Are there further questions, Shirley?
Would you possibly consider it a friendly amendment to change the amounts to 1,700, 10,000, 300, and 8,000, which brings it to a total of 20,000?
Yeah, I'd accept that.
That's just proportionally taken from each.
Yeah, no, I'll accept that. So what was that? What was those final numbers?
1,700 for promotions. Is someone change? Can you just type it in the?
I just tried, but it was not letting me type this a minute ago.
I have I have this in an amendment that I sent to you. If you want to just open that.
Okay.
It's already done. I instead of making it 20,000, from all of the things.
There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I'd accept that. Any other questions?
Okay, no other questions?
There is one other question.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chair Shirky. What's your question?
This is a point of information because he might, but I don't think the author of the amendment will know. Because this is a question about funding of similar line items as shown by other institutions. So, to the knowledge of the SAC chair and the SSF chair, especially regarding like the student union, because I know they have an event fund, does the student government typically or semi-typically fund things like masters of ceremonies and DJs for other organizational events?
Chair Black.
Yeah, our statute says that, and I quote, I guess, funds may not be spent on any materials pertaining to social function, parties, or banquets, except when the Community Engagement Committee finds a substantial educational benefit. So if the Community Engagement Committee deemed that all of this stuff was important to the educational process or important to the event which was educational, then they can fund it.
Madam Speaker, a follow-up.
Granted.
Point of information, because this is directed at the CEC chair. Did the committee deem that the recommended allocation, originally standing at $24,000, was significantly educational despite the expenses that the amendment author just showed?
Objection. That's argumentative. If it wasn't, they wouldn't have put the bill before us.
Yeah, that was my answer.
Did you hear the answer, Chair Shirky?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Any further questions? Anybody on Zoom? Oh, yes, Director Kako.
So, Matt, I have a question. So, knowing that this is a very huge event that is going to host about 600 people, as they said, and that it is going to showcase the whole continent of Africa, what makes you say that there is no cultural education?
I would say that I did not say that. I never said that this did not have cultural education. I X'd out the line items. If we can go back to the other image, please. I would say, I said, yes, it is a cultural educational experience, 100%. That's why I'm amending it to just lower down the amounts a little bit. And I was very flexible with Joseph's amendment. I just think that a master of ceremonies and a DJ goes a little bit beyond the educational experience and kind of starts turning eventually into a social event, like Max says.
Senator Dominguez.
Have you ever been to the event yourself? I mean, isn't it the whole point, like, to create, like, a memorable experience and teach them about, like, the culture and what goes on about it?
Tanya, it has to be related specifically to the amendment.
Let me rephrase that, sorry.
It's not related to the subject of the amendment itself, so that would be in order later. Director Gacko.
So I have a question. If you cut off the DJ, what suggestion would you have for someone who's going to make the events very, very appealing and exciting for people?
Well, I would say the suggestion would be to have someone from the African Student Union to do it. I think you could do that. And you could definitely have someone from the African Student Union do the MC for sure.
Granted.
If I make an explanation, is it argumentative or I'm not allowed to do that?
It's argumentative.
I'm not allowed to do that.
Senator Watson. Sorry.
If we can go back to the amendment, the LSE fee, the LSE fee was requested for $5,500, and then the recommendation is $10,000. Why is that?
Because LSE is like I think it's the space and entertainment part of
Point
the
of information.
Well, continue.
I don't know. I just kind of lumped them all into one. I was typing this up in like 5 minutes. So
okay,
I was doing some quick math and just.
To clarify, when they request, they don't always know that the DJ, the MC, and all of the entertainers fall under the LSE fee. So I relocated all of the funds requested from LSE fee to fit their respective line item, which is the entertainers, the speakers, the DJ, the MC. Yeah.
Chair Shirky.
Correction on line 24. The 1,700 needs a comma.
Okay, any further questions?
Okay, and nobody else on Zoom. All right, just want to make sure. Okay, so we will now move, or we will now, yeah, okay, raise your placards now if you would like to approve proposed amendment.
We're just debating now.
Okay, all right, and the author of the amendment has first rights to speak.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you for listening. I appreciate all your questions. But first, I do want to be clear is that the reason I'm amending this is ultimately so that I want this event to get money 100%. I just want it to stay within the guidelines of the governing documents, which prohibits social events. And I thought this went a little beyond that. And so I do support the African Student Union. That is not, my opposition tonight is not with the organization or their mission, but on the specific set of allocations for the entire funding process. An allocation of $24,000 is significant, and our statutes state explicitly that the Community Engagement Fund cannot fund social events unless there is substantial educational value relative to the funding requested. This forces us to ask, where does the line get drawn between an educational event and a social event? I would argue that this event has crossed the threshold. When we look at line items for the MC, the DJ, and even decorations, this sounds more like a social event. And so this ultimately kind of almost introduces a loophole that you can consider. And so I'd like to consider this. Imagine if the Student Film Society came asking us to fund a documentary premiere. We would absolutely vote to fund the theater rental, the projection equipment, and the rights to show the film, because that's the content. But if they were to ask for an additional $15,000 for a red carpet reception that it was complete with a DJ, with catered food, mood lighting, etc., that creates a atmosphere of a Hollywood premiere. We would ultimately say no, because we're funding the film, we're funding the educational aspect, not the social event. And so I think that we must draw the line between funding content like speakers and workshops and venue costs, and I think there is the things that we have in this bill, right, in this amended version, is within that content. And we need to, we need to stay away from funding things like atmosphere, MCs, decor, more of those social events. My concern is that by fully funding this, we move the incentive for an organization to constrain costs. When SGA is funding this much of the bill for once, the wants suddenly become the needs. Student government is meant to be a partner, not the sole financier. Partnership means shared responsibility. We should help bear the burden of the needs of the educational event, things that make the event happen, that are absolutely necessary. But the wants, the premium entertainment, the premium like the MC and the DJ, those should be the responsibility of the organization. And so that's why I'm not asking to kill this event. I'm asking for a more surgical approach to funding this event. I ultimately want this amendment to pass because I want to fund the needs, not the wants. I want to fund the culture and not necessarily the social event. And so I urge you to vote yes on this amendment so we can bring back this version, which is fair, statutory, and sustainable. Thank you.
Seeing as there was debate in the positive, is there further debate in the negative? Senator Rudd.
Hello, everyone. If you guys don't know me yet, I'm Carson. I am on the Community Engagement Committee, and I was one of the lucky senators that got to field your questions, hear your questions, and try to work through your questions. When the African Student Union first presented to us, we worked on this bill for about an hour, trying to figure out what amount of money we should be allocating. And then after last week's Senate, we spent another hour diving into the questions, figuring out what we can and can't fund according to the statutes, and we still landed on the same opinion that we had the week before of $24,000. I would like to say that as a committee, we viewed some of the line items that have been struck via this amendment as providing to the overall educational experience of the event. They're going to have a lot of moving parts and activities like tabling from various cultures from the continent of Africa. They'll have a fashion show, they're going to have performances, and of course food. That takes a lot of strategic maneuvering of people to ensure that students that are attending this event is having access to all of those pieces. And that's why we deemed that an MC, for example, would be contributing to the educational value of said event. Yes, this is a lot of money, and I don't disagree with being mindful of the way we spend money as student dollars. But there has been hard work put into this. We have had really hard conversations in the committee trying to decide what we can actually fund, and that is why we landed on the number we did. So I would strongly encourage everyone to vote down this amendment so that we can approve the original allocation and get money to the African Student Union. Thank you.
Okay, seeing as that was debate in the negative, is there any debate in the positive? Chair Lilly.
I feel like I'm usually on the other side of this. And I'm not necessarily saying that the original one was bad. I just, I guess, would like to see it substantiated, what kind of the educational value of this event was, why an MC contributes to that, whether they sought other funding sources as is required and where they got this from, because this is a ton of money. It's a $5,000 over increase approximately over what we allocated them last time. So I think something that says why this one is different, will cost 20% more, would be helpful.
Okay, seeing as that was debate in the positive, is there further debate in the negative? Oh, well, actually, you can go ahead and come forward.
Okay, can I stay here?
If you want to, yeah, just project loudly for those on Zoom. Oh, on Zoom. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Yep, right there.
Okay, thank you all for the deliberations.
Yep, sorry, can you move the mic up just a tad so they can hear you on Zoom?
Okay. Thank you all for the deliberations so far. Paul, the African Students Union President, and I'll just be very brief. One of the things that moved us to come up with this budget was that we looked at last year's budget, and then I know part of the deliberations has been for the MC and the DJ, and I want to say very precisely that the MC and the DJ that we are inviting has been the MC and the DJ that has been covering the event for the past 2 or 3 years, because they know the flow of the event and what we are doing. Now, if you look at the funds for the dance and performance group, you would see that it's a little bit smaller because of the fact that we decided to invite dance and performance groups who are within Kansas and Kansas area. We have to substitute that with a DJ who knows what he is doing, not just a student who can play the songs. Because when we try to invite a performance group that can bring their songs together, it is a little very more costly than inviting a dance group who is within Kansas and then invite a DJ who knows the songs that could be played. And then one of the things I also want to say is that African Students Union is not just like an organization that is just for some certain group of people. It is a union that represents at least 54 countries in Africa, which the students are here. It is a very big organization. Last year was my first event as a member, as a guest. Last year too, I became the president, so I'm here today defending the budget. And this budget is not something that is on its own in its entirety. It is a follow-up from what was done last year. Part of the increase that you could see in some of the items here because of the fact that last year we noticed that towards the end of the event, food ran out. And so, because there were much people than what they budgeted. So that was part of what you can see if you take a look at the former, like last year's budget. So some of the increases that you saw in the food and in some places is because we scaled up the number of people who are going to attend this year's event because just like I witnessed last year, there was a ton of people who came, not just Africans, students from like everywhere, Americans, different people came for the event. So it is not an event restricted to only Africans. It is also an event restricted, like open to both students, faculty members, and the community members are allowed. So this is just me trying to provide, a very little, explanation of what we have on our budget and the need for us to move forward. Thank you very much.
Seeing as that was debate in the negative, is there further debate in the positive? Senator
I
Holzer.
just have just a point of information is that the food allocation did not change in this amendment. It's the same as what was requested.
Okay. Is there further debate in the positive on this amendment? For those on Zoom, who out of raising your hand is in the positive? All four
Oh,
of you?
yes. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Senator Olingjuhu.
Okay. So I'm also a part of the African Union students. So I've attended like a couple of times now. This is my third year in Kansas State. And so I've seen how the whole thing is organized. So I really believe that there's a need for both the DJ and the MC. And the reason is being that even though the other author said that because it's an educational program, there should not be there should not be like crossing over it being a social event. So which I do not support. The reason why we need an MC is that for an African Union, we have about 54 different countries from the African countries, and you would need someone that understands how there are differences between these countries and how to like kind of make everything flows from country to country. And also when it comes to the DJ, um there's in terms of music, there are different music that cut across all these countries, and you just have to understand how to like make everybody feel among and not feel left out. So you can have a program and then you don't have music playing in the background. It's gonna be very boring. I understand that it has to be educational, and we don't have to like mix business with fun or with leisure. But in the real sense, there's a need for both of these of like call it both the DJ and the MC to make the events memorable, and it's will really add it will add more value to the event. Thank you.
Okay, seeing as that was debate in the negative, is there further debate in the positive? Is there further debate in the negative? Senator Solis.
Yeah, real quick. I have personally done a lot of organizing, and going up with food costs, $5,000 for like maybe an extra 100 people is totally reasonable. And they probably were under budgeting themselves before, so just so you know.
Okay, seeing as that was debate in the negative, is there further debate in the positive on this amendment? Senator Holzmeister.
Point of information again, the food in the amendment has the amount that they requested for the food are included, which was $9,500. That's already included in there, and that was what they requested.
Chair Black.
Point of information, can you say which line items were struck or reduced just to remind us?
Can you go back to the image? Well, we ultimately changed it a little bit. The original one that I originally introduced struck 1, 2, and 6. And 7 was already cut before that. And then Joseph introduced an amendment which rose it up to 20,000. So my original amendment was like 15,300. Joseph then further increased that to 20,000. So the food was fully funded originally.
Can I say something? So sorry.
Can I say something?
Hang on just a second. Chair Black, I forgot.
Can I ask the same point of information to the author of the second amendment?
Yes.
This is still the same. It doesn't.
Chair Lilly.
So the reason that they are the numbers they're at right now is because it is still the Community Engagements Committee's decision, just proportionally scaled back to $20,000. Reason being, it's still an increase over last year, and the MC being $3,500 is kind of what I'm wondering about.
Okay, is there any further debate in the positive on this amendment? Is there
I'm
debate
sorry,
in the negative?
Can I add something?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. I'm Senator George. Well, I'm a proud African boy, and I would like to say, African, we are known for our food, and we are known for cultural. A lot of about like 54 countries and different people with different food and with different lifestyle. So I would say even the $9,500 being budgeted for the food, there is no assurance that this money is even gonna be enough. Just to be very sincere with you, because we have different people with different foods, and we would want to make sure that everybody are being taken care of. So we have some people from the northern part, we have some people from the southern part, we have some people from the western parts, and our foods are totally different to each other. Another thing I would like to chip in is Africa. We are well known about our rich food, and making African foods, getting African foods done might be somewhat expensive, but no matter how expensive it is always rich, and I'm sure everyone who has ever tasted African food, they would always want to take more. So I believe the $9,500, I feel like it's still a good money, and I feel like everything being outlined here, I think these budgets are very, very reasonable. So I would support this budget should go through because they are very reasonable budgets. Because I have been involved in planning African events, so I know the rudiments. I know in total about planning African events. I can tell you these budgets are really reasonable, and I feel like they are something that this Senate should pass through. Thank you very much.
Seeing as that was debate in the negative on the amendment, is there further debate in the positive? Okay, is there any further debate? Philip, are you positive or negative?
I am positive.
Okay, Chair Shirky.
David, Philip, sorry.
So everyone is overthinking this. This Senate is not qualified to decide whether we should fund an event more or less because it is African. Certainly not. That is not the kind of thing that we as a chamber should be answering. We're not qualified to do that, right? We are not qualified to answer
He's
the
questioning
question.
the motives of the amendment. That's ridiculous.
Okay, Philip, we're gonna, either you can rephrase or your time will be done.
Yeah. What we are qualified to do is say that last year they got 19,000. Giving them 20,000 would be an increase. Given the economic environment we're in, it is a reasonable increase. That all of the other questions that have been raised, they are important, but the thing that we're qualified to answer, that we should be answering, is this an economically sensible amendment? The answer is clearly yes, because it accounts for reasonable increases in cost, but the amendment does not account for excessive increases in cost. That is all.
Okay, seeing as that was debate in the positive on the amendment, is there debate in the negative? Senator George. Chair. Oh, Senator Biswell.
I move for previous question.
Second.
Okay. All right. All in favor of moving to call previous question, please raise your placards now. Proxies raised. All opposed, same sign. Okay, all right, previous question has been called. We will now move into a debate, or I'm sorry, whoa, not a debate. We will now move into a vote on whether or not to consider the amendment. So, okay, all in favor of accepting this proposed amendment, please raise your placards now. Proxies raised too. Okay, This is to approve the amendment, not the bill itself yet. Okay. Huh? What? We did vote on previous question. Okay, if you're in favor of approving the amendment, please raise your placards really high up. Thank you.
Three on Zoom, four.
Okay, all opposed, same sign. Raise them really high up, I'm sorry, thank you.
Can we just do division?
Yeah, that's fine. Division has been called.
Let's go. Okay. It's my time to shine. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Alvarez.
For the amendment?
Yes.
For the amendment. No. Barnes.
Nope.
No. Benson. Oh, not here. Black.
No.
Biswell.
No.
Brown. Logan.
No.
Brown M. Logan.
New Logan?
Hello. Okay. Brown Wyatt.
No.
Carey.
No.
Coke.
No.
Dunn.
Say.
Dominguez.
No.
Erickson.
Am I his proxy for this, or is that not?
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Freeman.
No.
Gastone. George.
The 25,300 should stand. No.
Okay. Glasscock.
No.
Guru Shankar.
No.
Halstead.
No.
Heller.
Yes.
Hernandez. No, he left, huh? Holmes.
No.
Holzmeister.
Yes.
Hoffman.
No.
Kramer.
No.
Kraus.
Yes.
Karuna Rathma.
No.
Jacobson.
Yes.
Hassan Shakib.
No.
Landwehr.
Yes.
Lilly.
Yes.
Mickey.
Yes.
Mitchell.
Yes. Oh, no. No, sorry.
No? Okay. Naughton.
Yes.
Olingunju.
No.
Otto.
No.
Pena.
Stay.
Perry.
Yes.
Phillips.
No.
Blanco Castro. Is he here? Okay. Potterf.
Yes.
Bray. Not here. Rafferty.
Abstain.
Richburg.
Yes.
Richenberg.
No.
Rogers.
Yes.
Rudd.
No.
Scarborough.
No.
Shellhaze.
No.
Shorkey.
Yes.
Shasavari.
No.
Solis.
No.
Springer.
No.
Sushanik.
Yes.
Teo.
No by proxy.
Till.
No.
Trump.
No by proxy.
Zacco. Zacco.
Oh, yes by proxy.
Gotcha. Back to passing. Mr. Brown.
No.
Okay. Has every senator had a chance to vote? Oh, yes. Hello. How do you vote, Mr. Owen?
I'm just gonna abstain.
Okay. Makes my life easier. Thank you. Does any senator wish to change their vote? No? We have 15 in the affirmative, 35 against. The amendment fails.
Okay, so we will now move back into debate on the bill itself. So we were at negative. Is there any debate in the positive on Bill 2526-56? Chair Lilly.
I move to suspend the rules and approve Bill 56 unanimously.
Second.
I object.
Okay.
I rescind my motion.
Okay, seeing as that was, well, we're still in debate on the positive. Please limit crosstalk in the chamber. I'm sorry. Okay, is there further debate in the positive on this bill? Senator Rudd.
I'm going to be as fast as possible. You've already heard all of the points. I just don't want it to go undebated in the positive because I think that looks bad. But please pass this allocation. We've debated on it for the past 35 minutes, so I think we know all the points. Thank you.
Seeing as that was a debate in the positive, is there any debate in the negative? Is there any debate in the positive? Chair Alvarez.
Speaking rights to Lilia.
Oh,
Committee member.
okay, keeping forward.
I'm so sorry, I scared you as well. Sorry, I'm bumping people, I'm scaring people, I'm off to a terrible start. Alrighty. Hello everyone, my name is Nelia Contreras. I am a senior here at K-State and I'm also an at-large member for the Community Engagement Committee. Thank you for your time and your opportunity to speak today. I'm of course here to speak in support of Funding African Night. This is an annual event that I've had the privilege of attending for the last 3 years. Every year this event is heavily attended by students, staff, faculty, and community members alike. The expected attendance this year, like we had stated, is going to be approximately 600 guests, but I assume that it will extend this amount because in every year it always has. They always run out of food. At its core, this event is what Kansas State University is all about, creating a space for education, community engagement, and fun. The event features dancing, music, storytelling, delicious food, and a fashion show. Africa as a continent is relatively 3 times the size of America, containing a variety of different experiences, backgrounds, and traditions. With the line items proposed for the cost of masters of ceremonies and the MC, they're funding professional individuals who are well-versed in all that Africa has to offer. The removal of these line items would greatly diminish the educational value of the event, and as we've heard today, the educational value is a priority for all of us here. When factoring in the vast network of individuals that this event serves and that this is a reasonable amount of funding when considering the scale, planning, and resources required to execute an event of this magnitude safely and effectively. Every dollar is accounted for in the request, and our support has made this event possible in previous years and hopefully for years to come. Events like this do more than provide an interactive approach to learning for attendees. They promote retention, relationship building, and student well-being. By funding this event, you are not just making an investment in African Student Union, but you are making an investment in the success of the Kansas State community. I urge you to vote in favor for this allocation and continue to foster the excellence of the place we all love full well. Thank you for your time, your consideration, and your commitment to serving the student body. Thank you.
Seeing as that was debate in the positive, is there further debate in the negative on this bill? Is there further debate in the positive? Director Gacko.
I think was on my cord.
Oh, you're fine. What? Directors?
So, Matt, in the most respectful way.
Please do not reference specific senators.
Okay, sure. After listening to the debate, I believe that most of you guys don't know anything or barely nothing about the African culture, and it highlights that you've never been to the event. So, I'm the International Affairs Director. I'm from Senegal, so I'm from Africa. And every time my family hosts an event, we have a specific budget just for the MC and the DJ. So, in my currency, it's millions of CFA. When you convert that, that's like tens of thousands of dollars. So, it's not just fun expenses that you can do for an event. It's totally part of the culture of Africa. And it's not like you could just put somewhere there a random person to play off a Spotify playlist. It just doesn't work like that. It plays a key role in highlighting the event and making it fun for everyone attending the event. And I believe since the CEC Committee fund educational event, I highly recommend some of you to attend the event for educational purposes and to cultivate yourself more about African culture. So, yeah.
Seeing as that was debate in the positive, is there further debate in the negative? Senator Holzmeister.
I wasn't going to come up here and debate in the negative at all during this. I was just not going to approve it unanimously. I do think that what the previous speaker said was completely unacceptable, and really, that was really rude. What I could say previous speaker, I didn't say his name, but that was unacceptable. You can't say that. So, anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I thought that was very inappropriate.
Okay, we're debating on the substance of the bill.
Anyway, vote no.
Seeing as that was debate in the negative, is there further debate in the positive on the bill? Senator Mitchell.
Hold on, this previous question in order.
No, it's not yet. We got two more people. Chair Black.
I move to suspend the rules and call for previous questions.
All right, well. Okay, all in favor of calling previous question, please raise your placards now. Proxies raised 2. All opposed, same sign. Okay, so now we will move into a roll call vote on Bill 252656.
Hello again. Alvarez.
Yes.
Barnes.
Yes.
Benson. Not here. I always keep calling him. Black.
Yes.
Biswell.
Yes.
Brown Logan.
I approve.
Brown M. Logan. Yeah? Okay. Brown Wyatt.
Yes.
Carey.
Yes.
Koch.
Yes.
Dunn.
Same.
Dominguez.
Yes. Sorry.
Erickson.
Yes.
Freeman.
Yes.
Gaston. George.
Yes.
Glasscock.
Yes.
Guru Shankar.
Yes.
Halstead.
Yes.
Heller.
Yes.
Hernandez. Holmes.
Yes.
Holzmeister.
No.
Hoffman.
Yep.
Kramer.
Yes.
Kraus.
No.
Karunaratna.
Yes.
Jacobson.
No.
Hassan Shakib.
Strongly yes.
Landwehr.
No.
Lilly.
Yes.
Mickey.
No.
Mitchell.
Yes.
Naughton.
Yes.
Ohm.
Abstain.
Did I say your last name right?
Yeah.
Fire. Olengunju.
Yes.
Otto.
Yes.
Pena.
Yes.
Perry.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Galenko Castro. Potter.
Yes.
Prey. Rafferty.
Yes.
Richburg.
Yes.
Richenberg.
Yes.
Rogers.
No.
Rudd.
Yes.
Scarborough.
Yes.
Shellhaze.
Yes.
Shirky.
Yes.
Chasavari.
Yes.
Solis.
Yes.
Springer.
Yep.
Sushanik.
Yes.
Tio.
Yes by proxy.
Till.
Yes. Yes.
Trump.
Yes by proxy.
Zacco.
No by proxy.
Has every senator had a chance to vote? Does any senator wish to change their vote? Seeing none, Bill 252656 passes 45 to 7 to 3.
Okay, so we will now go back to our allocations. Where's that at? Wait, sorry. Huh? Okay. All right. Will the author of Bill 252662 please come forward? Mhm. And the adjustment of the student services fee agreement was referred favorably back from the student services fee 8 to 0 to 0.
There were a few changes made in committee. Forgive me, I now have a headache after the past hour of this. We did an increase of 10 to 3% for all 3 of the line items relating to what SAC used to fund. So that's going to be an increase to community programming fund from last week's legislation, an increase to campus organizations from last week's legislation, and an increase to sports clubs. And of those, I think the most sizable increase that we did was an increase to sports clubs. and then just a small increase to academic competition teams and campus organizations. There was no increase to the community programming fund. Sorry, I misspoke.
Debate in the positive. Is there further debate?
Well, that was just information.
Sorry, I didn't. Yeah. I think that we should approve this contract because the committee has put so much work into this one. This was a contract that was very controversial 3 years ago, and it was very controversial 3 years before that. And somehow I expected that like it wouldn't be this bad this year with so many of the other things that the committee has dealt with when I was chair last year, and also the many other contracts we passed last semester. But we've been working on this one since legitimately the end of September. And then it was postponed and held before going into introduction over winter break. I feel like we as a committee have been having the same conversations about this contract and agonizing every single detail about it for months now. There's been at least 9 weeks of work where we are talking about this for an hour. So if you even had the smallest amount of doubt that the committee hasn't put very much thought into every tiny line item on here down to the hundreds of dollars for all of these, you would be sorely mistaken. So I would love to get this across the finish line here tonight. I would love for you to support us in this. I think there are some very exciting things happening here, and we're going to put Keck in a really good spot to continue on existing. We have some good compromises with the Graduate Student Council. The CARE office is super important, and it's really awesome that students get to support that. Yeah, all in all, really exciting thing to be behind. This helps and affects a lot of students and makes a really positive impact on our well-being. And I'm also really excited about the little bit of extra money that's going to go towards Safe Ride. That way we can have extra days on holidays. We saw really strong ridership when we expanded to holidays for Fake Patty's Day. So now going forward, we're going to have that on the so-called Shark Night, which is, you know, that first weekend of the semester before the semester starts in the fall. And then also my beloved Halloween weekend, the best holiday of the year. We're going to have expanded hours then when we know that students are going to be using it. So definitely the argument can perhaps be true with some other SSF contracts that, well, which students actually really use this? Is this super valuable? This is a contract that I promise almost every single student who comes through K-State will interact with something in this legislation while they are here for 4 years. And if they're not, they're sorely missing out.
Seeing as that was debate in the positive, is there further debate in the negative? Is there any further debate in the positive? Senator Rudd.
I just have a point of information. In the last section, on section 2, there's not a bill number. Is that on purpose?
No, I will change that when it goes into. Okay. Is there any further debate at all? Okay, we'll now move into a roll call vote on Bill 252662. Senator Gaston.
I motion to approve Bill 62 unanimously.
Roll call vote.
He's saying suspend. He means suspend the rules and approve this vote.
Is there a second?
What?
Second. The motion is to suspend the rules and approve this unanimously.
Oh, second.
Okay, resolution 62 stands approved. All right, so now we will move into introduction of allocations. Is there a motion to consider the allocations? Senator Biswell.
I move to consider the allocation.
Okay, well, the author of Bill 252660, was there a second? Sorry.
Second.
Okay. Bill 63 come forward, allocation to women in business.
Yeah, 4 members of this organization are going out to the McCombs National Women's Case Competition. I did not list it on here, but 4 members went last year, and 1 actually received an internship offer from this event. So, yeah.
Are there any questions or corrections for the author? Okay, next up we have Bill 64, student allocation to Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Will the author please come forward?
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. This is the allocation to Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity. They are going to be going to their Midwestern Regional Convention in Indianapolis. and it's going to be a great event. They requested $3,568.68, but we can only give them $1,400 because of the amount of people going, which is 7. Yeah.
Questions or corrections for the author? Okay, thank you. All right, next up we have Bill 252665, the allocation to the National Society of Black Engineers. Will the author please come forward?
Hello, my first time up. This is so exciting. So this bill is for the National Society of Black Engineers. They're going to a convention in Baltimore. You can read the whereas clauses if you want. It's great education, networking. They get to meet a lot of people from their fields, which I thought was really cool. So they asked for $3,000, and we are giving them $3,000.
Questions or corrections for the author? Chair Shirky?
Yeah. Do you know any, or can you speak on any history of the event, prior applications for the same event, that kind of thing?
No. No, I cannot.
I know they've done it before.
I wish I could. I assume that they have all. It's all been basically the same thing year to year. Just, cool.
Does the chair have a clarification?
No.
Chair Lilly?
I can tell you that they went last year.
I can tell you, actually,
it's big for engineering. They do it all the time.
they did not receive more than $1,500 last year.
I second that.
Very good. Further questions or corrections for the author? All right. Okay, next up we have Bill 252666. This is the allocation to the National Society of Pershing Rifles. The author, please come forward.
So the National Society of Pershing Rifles is going to Myrtle Beach for their convention and their competition for drill. They asked for $3,000. We gave them $2,000 because of people. They have 10 people going.
Questions or corrections for the author? Speaker Pro Tem Lee.
Senator Richburg, what is a Pershing rifle?
It's like the people that do drill at the stadium, like when they come in and they do like their little show.
Oh, how cool.
Very good. Okay, Chair Black.
Can you give us a demonstration of them?
No, I cannot.
Chair Lilly.
There should be a space after G7 on line 32.
Further questions or corrections for the author? Okay. And next up, we have Bill 67, which is the student allocation.
There was another typo.
Just email Max, he'll fix it in committee.
What's the Chair Shirky?
It's on the last line. There's not a G on line 37, Pershing. There's supposed to be.
All right, will the author of Bill 67 please come forward? Allocation of the pre-vet club.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Abby. She is an at-large member on my committee, so she's not even a senator and authored legislation. I think that's pretty neat. Excuse me while I find it. Okay, the Pre-Veterinary Medicine Club here will be traveling to Baton Rouge, Louisiana to attend the American Pre-Veterinary Medicine Association Symposium. From March 6th through 8th, they'll have 6 students going, so we can only give them $200 a student for $1,200. K-State is one of the few universities, I think there's like 35 across the country, to have a veterinary medicine program, so we think it's great to support that.
Questions or corrections for the author? Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
And can I move Bill 252663 into approval of allocations?
Yes, you can. I guess you don't have to have a second for that.
He's just asking as a courtesy. He does not need our permission.
Thank you, Philip.
Okay. We're just going to finish the introduction of allocations real quick. So will the author of Bill 68 please come forward? Allocation to Alpha Gamma Rho fraternity.
All right, Alpha Gamma Rho, they're throwing a really cool event. They requested 1,540 and the committee gave them all of it. That's really it.
Questions or corrections for the author? Anyone on Chair Shirky?
I'm so sorry. Do you need an enter on line 2?
That's my fault.
Is there anything else, Chair Shirky, that you see on there?
No, I don't.
Just so you don't have to keep raising your hand. Okay. All right, Speaker Pro Tem Lee.
Senator Alvarez, Chair Alvarez, can you tell me a little bit more about this AGR cattle show?
Yeah, because I'm completely well versed in this. Clearly, I have no clue. They presented and they.
Wait,
they
we
seem
have
so-
an AGR in our-
We have
Senator Springer.
there.
Alpha Gamma Royal is a cattle show that we have annually. If you guys don't know what a cattle show is, assuming not a lot of people do. So a lot of kids from ages 7 up to 21, they all show different sorts of livestock, whether that be cattle or pigs, goats, sheep. You can show about any livestock species, but this show is specifically cattle. And we host about, I think, 130 entries a year. So that'd be steers as well as heifers, so boys and girls, cattle. So, but it brings in a lot of money, and we donate it all back to Ag in the Classroom or some sort of ag education-related fund after we set aside our costs. So just having this funding here helps us get our rental space paid up at the fairgrounds on the west side of town, as well as some other stuff that we have to pay before we have the show.
Very good. Thank you for that clarification.
Can I just add to that? They also said that it is free for all K-State students, as all the CEC events are.
Wow.
And they're requesting funds for a judge and someone that's going to come and like judge all of the cattle and then explain all of the concepts to all the people that don't understand what's going on. So please show up. That's all.
Are there further questions or corrections for the author? Oh, someone has. Any other questions? Anyone on Zoom? Okay, great. We'll now move into approval of allocations. Is there a motion to approve Bill 2526? I'm sorry, what did you say, Max?
63.
63, unanimously. Senator Glasscock.
So moved.
All right, Bill 63 stands approved. Okay, and with that, we'll move into our second open period. Are there any second open period speakers this evening? Wow, okay, seeing none. Oh, Chair Sushanik.
I don't want to walk all the way up there. If you guys aren't in the group me, because I realize we've had a lot of new people sworn in, turn to the person next to you if you want to join the group me. It's a great place to ask questions and get clarification and just have them add you.
Oh wait, thanks.
Senator Bigelow.
Anna's gonna put a QR code on the board, but if you're not in the group meet and or you haven't seen this, do the SJ banquet so that I can order food. Thanks. Last floor.
Speaker Pro Tem Lee.
Yeah, I just wanted to give some shout outs here to Haley and Anna for joining Brady and I for planning the banquet. It's going to be fire. We're doing JP's catering, so hooray. Hopefully we'll have some sorghum dessert of some sort, because we are the #sorghum state. So can't wait for that. And also just shout out to all like the legislative advocates who were in Topeka yesterday with us, advocating for higher education and talking to lawmakers. It's a really cool experience. If you guys are considering being a legislative advocate next year, I recommend you do. I think it's super cool opportunity to serve your students here at K-State in Topeka, and to talk with your own lawmakers about higher education priorities. So.
Wonderful. Okay, any questions? Great. Chair Shirky.
Good Senate, everyone. Please remember to, the Elections Commissioner is too polite to do this. Please remember to do exactly what the Elections Commissioner tells you. Attend the training, fill out the forms. Some of you need to be back here next year, and you won't be if you don't fill out the forms. So please make sure you properly run for office.
Some of us. Okay. Are there further second open period speakers? All right, we're gonna move into Senate shoutouts.
Senate shoutouts are back. It's today's response count is 47.
Oh, great.
Yes. Good job.
We've been requested not to speed run the.
Not speedrun them. Okay.
Hey guys, let's try to limit crosstalk. We're almost done.
Shout out to 2 Logan Browns. Mommy's Little Meatball is back in town. I am. Thank you so much. Shout out to the other Logan Brown. Welcome. Logan Brown dual win. Shout out to 2 Logan, 2 Brown. Shout out to our gorgeous speaker. You look great, diva.
That's nice.
Oh, of course. Shout out to our new Salina rep, Logan Brown. Sincerely, Logan Brown. Shout out to a new Logan Brown in a slightly different font. RIP Wall of Sunflowers. You can never have fun here. Talking about bees is making me want to send the bee movie script again. Shout out to Benji. Love the update about the sunflowers. SGA Boar Pit win. I don't know what a boar pit is. How do I get my girlfriend to stop saying 6'7"? Benji has more money than me. Shout out to Native Grasses really struggling to be native. Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka. Shout out to Gracie Joe for having to be on her tiptoes at the podium. Shout out to Gracie Joe for being too short to be seen over her laptop at the podium. Shout out to it being America. You can do whatever you want, Gracie. It's America. Eagle sounds and national anthem. Can we go one SG meeting without talking about parking? Shout out to getting dinner after Senate. I'm hungry. Shout out to Alondra's outfit, slang. Shout out to my Pookie, the Anna Coke. Shout out to Andrew's potty break. Andrew, go piss girl. Speaker Anna for the win. Shout out to Africa. Shout out to Nalia choosing to debate as an at-large member. So fun. Shout out to suspending the rules. All the rules. I move to suspend the rules permanently and run Senate however we want all the time. That's a quote. Shout out to all the first-time authors. Shout out to Wyatt talking for the first time. Congrats, Wyatt Brown, for being your first time at the podium. Shout out to all 3 Browns. Yes. Shout out to all of the clarifications tonight. Max, how many allocations do you have? Shout out to the SAC members for writing legislation. Shout out to not even being a senator and writing legislation. Shout out to Max for saving Bill 6-7 for himself. 6-7. Shout out to mansplaining livestock shows. Yeah. Shout out to the gals planning the banquet. Newports, Marlboros, American Spirits, Camel Smooths. Those are all shout outs. That's what it smells like. Shout out to Andrew Sorghum Addiction. That's right. They call me the Sorghum Boy sometimes. Shout out to Trenton Rogers for being a go-to guy for second motions. Oh, yes. Shout out to Joseph Mumbling. Andrew, how much sorghum do you consume a day? Not enough. Everyone should consume sorghum every day, all day. Shout out to Evelyn's Hair, and shout out to Wyatt Thompson. That's it.
Okay, and we will quickly have reference of legislation. So bills 63, 64, 65, 66, and 67 will be referred to the Student Allocations Committee, and bill 68 will be referred to community. And bill 68 will be referred to the Community Engagement Committee. And we will now move into our second roll call.
One second. Okay. All right, for the roll, Alvarez.
Here.
Barnes. Benson. Black. Biswell.
Here.
Brown Logan. Brown M. Logan. Brown Wyatt. Carey. Koch. Dunn. Dominguez. Erickson. No. Freeman. Gaston. George. Glasscock. Grushenker. Halstead. Heller. Hernandez. Is he back? Nope. Okay. Hernandez. Oh, Holmes. Holzmeister. Hoffman. Kramer. Corino Rothman.
Here.
Kraus. Jacobson.
Here.
Hassan Shakib. Landwehr. Lilly. Mickey. Mitchell. Naughton.
Hey guys, can we limit crosstalk? We're almost done.
Ohm. Olingunju. Otto. Pena. Perry. Phillips. Blanco Castro. Potter. Prey. Rafferty. Richburg. Richenberg. Rogers. Rudd. Scarborough. Shellhaze. Shirky.
Here.
Shasavari.
Here.
Solis.
Here.
Springer. Springer.
Oh, here.
Gotcha. Till. Okay, I think that's everyone. Did I miss anyone? Nope. Cool.
Is there motion for adjournment? Okay, guys. Chair Lily. All in favor, please raise your placards now. Proxies raised too. All opposed, same sign. Meeting adjourned.